It's time for the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of a Utah sports tradition at utahsummergames.org. Participate in over 50 sports around the state. Then plan to join the opening ceremonies Friday, June 5th, presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car's gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag Utah Jazz.
It's over. 82 games in the books. The Jazz get loss number 60. They get beat by the Lakers 131-107. PK, doesn't that look much better in the rearview mirror than it looks in the front windshield?
No, because I don't get an opportunity to watch, is it Kennedy Chandler or Chandler Kennedy? I was just getting used to him and Mez Diang, I don't know, the cousin of Lual Deng, not Lual Sindor, and now this new kid, this white kid from, UC San Diego or San Diego State or University of San Diego? No. Man, I was just getting used to these guys. Oscar Deshivwe, I just finally learned how to pronounce his first name, let alone his last name.
Yeah.
I mean, triple
Big O went
doubles
for 29
galore.
points. The Big O went for 29 points and 17 boards.
Right.
Oscar, we hardly knew ye.
No, I was told these guys were improving, man. They're great human beings. And now it's over?
Well, it's gonna be some new faces in town next year. Guys are gonna have to move along.
I'm not sad that it's over. I'm sad that it happened.
Remake that poster before you hang it on your dorm room wall.
You hold on to that all weekend?
No, I just thought of it right now.
Well, it happened. 20-62. Sacramento also lost, so they're tied for the 4th and 5th worst records. I think they used to split the odds, but now they're going to have some kind of drawing, coin flip, mini lottery before the lottery, the pre-lottery, whatever they're going to do. So we'll see what happens with the Jazz with that. May 10th, circle it. Can't wait for the old lottery ping pong balls to drop on the 10th.
I'll be here.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
So we're set with playing games. The regular season is over. In the West, it'll be Portland and Phoenix tomorrow. The winner is in as the 7th seed. Then Golden State and the Clippers on Wednesday, and the winner of that game will play the loser of Portland and Phoenix for the 8th spot. Miami, Charlotte, Orlando, Philadelphia, the matchups over in the East. And Doc Rivers can go back and do TV again because the Bucks don't want him anymore as their head coach. Apparently, he still could remain in the staff in some capacity because he's got a year left on his deal. But he's all done. Milwaukee went 97-103 in his 2+ almost, but not quite 3 seasons on the job. And Giannis won't really say if he's played his last game for the franchise. Is this like a 4-year soap opera now, PK? I guess it depends on when you think it was realistic they might trade him. It's at least 3. They're going to move him.
Okay. Well, I hope it works out for him.
Doug Christie, after 1 year in Sacramento, will get to start next season, per reports. So the Kings slow down the old Ferris wheel there, just throwing coaches out left and right. Doug Christie's back for next year, or at least the start of it until they change their mind again. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college basketball.
He gets commitment from Kentucky guard Colin Chandler. Or is it Chandler Colin, PK? Which is it?
It is the greatest thing to happen to BYU in a long time. That's what it is, buddy.
He was at Farmington High. He went to Kentucky for 2 years. He shot 41% from three last year. The coach wanted to add shooting. Well, look at that. There's some shooting. Started 31 of the 36 games as a sophomore. Presumably, he'll be starting as a junior for BYU next year.
I think he would. They've got to field 5 guys.
Right. And they're down to just 5 roster players right now. BYU center Abdullah Ahmed entered the NCAA transfer portal. So check one more name off the roster.
Yeah, I would think that's about it.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Troy Aikman, analyst for Monday Night Football, remaining in his advisory role with the Dolphins for the upcoming draft. He was brought on to consult the team as they hired a new general manager and a new head coach, with the thought that he would step aside, but he is staying on in an undefined advisory role. Man, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, an ex-quarterback, you're really set, aren't you? Especially if you had some level of success.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say especially. I would say if.
If, yeah. Former Miami Hurricanes defensive end Reuben Bain Jr., who's expected to be taken in the first round of the NFL draft, was in an auto accident in 2024 in which a passenger later died because of injuries sustained in the crash. He was cited for careless driving for that accident. There were charges against him, and they have now all been dropped. So there's the latest on your NFL prospects before the draft. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
Colorado coach Deion Sanders says, I'm good. When asked about his health status, as the Buffs held their spring game over the weekend. Everybody inside these doors can tell you it's different when I'm here. I'm going to take my breaks like every other coach, but I love to be here. Obviously, he wasn't there last year. He had major health problems. But this year is different. And PK, the thought better be that this spring and this summer lead to a different kind of fall because he needs a big year. He needs a much better year.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have it.
Wisconsin AD Chris McIntosh is leaving school to become the Big Ten's Deputy Commissioner for Strategy. He had been with the Badgers as AD since 2021 after Barry Alvarez's retirement and worked closely with Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti and the league's senior staff in navigating the new college landscape. So, Wisconsin will start over in the AD's office. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball, we got a few teams that are red hot. We got a few teams that are ice cold right now, PK. Now, some of that can just be the series. The Padres won 5 in a row, but they swept the Rockies, who'd gotten off to a nice start, but now the Rockies with 4 straight losses have dropped to 6-10. Does that feel real to you, or is that a little bit of fool's gold?
What's the difference? I mean, they all count the same, don't they?
Oh, I want the Padres to be good, and I'm biased. That's what it is.
I think they are
they
good.
Couldn't
I mean,
hit
they
a
got
lick until the Rockies.
They got a nice lineup. They got the best closer in baseball. Throws the hardest ever. I mean, yeah.
How about the Athletics? 5 straight wins, 2 over the Yankees, 3 over the Mets. They are over 500. They are 8-7 in the AL West. 15 games in, that's good enough for tied for the top spot, as it is in the AL East.
Well, I think that was what they were expected to be, better than 8-7. I think they have a shot to be around 500, and then we'll see. I mean, Vegas could be the team of the future.
Get them at exactly the right time after a long rebuild. Wait a minute, that sounds like the Mammoth in Arizona. Let them do the ugly heavy lifting, and then just as they start to get good, move them here. Everybody in the AL off to a middling to poor start right now. Nobody over more than a couple games over 500 right now as they slog through the start.
You got the standings up again?
Untracked. Phil Garner died at the age of 76 over the weekend, PK. There's a name from our childhood. He was a star player and later a major league manager, played 16 years in the bigs. I think he had his most success with the Pirates and Astros, but he was with other clubs as well.
Yeah.
Good name in the game right there. Phil was 76. Bees beat the Reno Aces 5-2 in the series finale. Home series against Sugarland up. They're off today and then back at it tomorrow. DJ and PK.
Hashtag golf.
Rory McIlroy, fourth golfer to win back-to-back green jackets. He beats out Scotty Scheffler by one shot and a big group of golfers. Two off the pace. He bogeyed 18. There are a couple of wild stretches there down in the final few holes, but he negotiates it all. Back-to-back champ, joining Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods. What a great group. He has etched his name in history with 6 majors, PK, and the career slam, and now he just keeps adding to the resume. That was entertaining down the stretch. Oh, it was entertaining all week.
Yeah, the thing that I like about it is the fourth player is like Jack was, the prime of Jack was, I was a little too young, but I know all these guys. It's not like like baseball, like Walter Johnson has like 500 and some wins. I mean, that's unrelatable. Yeah. These guys that I've seen them, they're not unrelatable. And to do it, and it's such a grind, the ups and downs, a 6-shot lead, halfway in, gets down, then he goes away, then he gets down as a double early, and then once he got retied for the lead, it's like his mojo was rising, and it was okay. He looks like he's back, even though it wasn't a big lead, he's still the favorite, and he got it up to 3 there. Scheffler battling. I wanted Scheffler and Rory. We got a little bit. It wasn't like it was the back 9, all 9 holes. Right. But we got a taste of it. Scheffler thought he played well, just had a couple of putts that didn't drop. That's golf. Other guys had opportunities, and there you go, man. You play 72 holes, and simply one stroke decides it. It's amazing.
If Scheffler had gotten that putt at 17 ago, maybe could have put enough pressure on him to get him. But Scheffler, accurately, I thought, in multiple interviews, said Friday. Lots of guys scored really well on Friday, and he did not. He shot a 74 while other people were in the breaking 70. In the case of McIlroy shooting a 65.
Oh, yeah, I said that.
To give away.
That oftentimes the tournament, the second 2 rounds, round 2 and 3, can go a long way to deciding what's going to happen on Sunday. I mean, I'm so happy for Erica and Poppy. I mean, Remy and Bennett, Remy doesn't even realize it, right? He's just eating and crapping right now and sleeping, right? But in time, he'll learn to deal with this setback. And Poppy, she didn't have to worry about getting a sugar poppy because she's going to have enough money the rest of her life. Do you like what I do that, sugar poppy? No, sugar daddy, sugar poppy?
Not bad. I
wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Yock.
Oh, what that? I'm sorry. More with PK and Yock now.
Hashtag NHL.
Well, the Mammoth clinched, and then it starts going sideways, PK, except when it went backwards. They got beat again. Calgary got them 4-1. Carolina got them Saturday 4-1. So their lead over the Kings is 3 points now in the race. They clinched the playoff berth, but in the race to be the first wild card and get a potentially winnable first-round series instead of playing the overall top seed in the playoffs, Colorado. So 3 up with 2 to go, and the Kings have 3 left. The Kings will play 3 times in 4 days, and we'll see how many of those 6 points they can pick up. If the Mammoth win, it doesn't really matter what the Kings do, but if the Mammoth lose, they need the Kings to drop some points too. Colorado Avalanche coach Jared Bednar suffered facial fractures and a corneal abrasion after taking a puck to the face Saturday and lost to the Vegas Golden Knights. He's expected to make a full recovery without surgery. He'll be out until the playoffs start. So they'll go with the assistants running the show until then. All right, DJ and PK, there is what is trending. There are the headlines brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. With the Utah Jazz season over, the Jazz are holding season-ending press conferences today. Will Hardy's scheduled to meet with the media at 8 o'clock today, and we will be carrying that live. And Steve Cleveland, former BYU basketball coach, at 8:30. We'll see what players are available. We might drop in on some of them as the morning progresses as well. DJ and PK coming up next, the question of the day. All about the Jazz with the season in the rearview mirror. That's next. Stay with us.
This is JJ and Alex.
I got this. Travis Yost, our guest, he covers the NHL for TSN.
For the Mammoth, I think they're the fourth best team in the West. I think that they would be a likely favorite against Anaheim. They could be or should be a favorite in a series against Vegas. If the Mammoth close the season as we expect, by goal differential, this is the best team that has ever been on the ice for either the Utah or Phoenix, Arizona Coyotes franchise by goal differential this season right here, right now. This team absolutely should not be thinking we made it to the playoffs. What an accomplishment. At this point, considering how good the Mammoth have been, and I mean that, they really should be thinking, how do we go in and win a round in the playoffs? And I think if you've got Anaheim on the ice, even if you're the road team in that series, that's a matchup the Mammoth should want, and it's one they should win.
Catch JJ and Alex afternoons from 3 to 7 on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car's gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Just top.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Sure. Once upon a time, a mom needed a new car.
Was she brave?
She was tired, mostly. But she went to Carvana.com and found a great car at a great price. No secret treasure map required.
Did you have to fight a dragon?
Nope. She bought it 100% online. From her bed, actually.
Was it scary?
Honey, it was as unscary as car buying could be.
Did the car have a sunroof?
It did, actually.
Okay, good story.
Car buying you'll want to tell stories about. Buy your car today on Carvana. Delivery fees may apply.
DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, and the Jazz season is all done. Finished. Over. 22 wins, 60 defeats. How glad are we that that is over? Joey says glad, probably not the right word to use. Relieved is more the word that I would say.
Relieved?
Relieved.
No. I want to be relieved.
What? You asked his emotion. That's his emotion.
Yeah, I think it's a dumb emotion. I understand how the process worked. I was not confused about that. You didn't need to clarify that.
Agony. And he's relieved.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Matt, fire Ainge, force Smith out. They have failed this community.
Which one?
I suspect he means Danny. Austin barely got here. And it started under Danny.
Get rid of Daniel, keep Austin?
Or he might just say all of the above. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, now we're getting to the good stuff.
Ethan, I hope next year is serious. But if one guy gets hurt, I won't be surprised if it goes back to tanking. That would surprise me.
Yeah, I don't know that they have a player of that caliber that would make that big of a difference individually.
The scoring load is going to be split 2, maybe 3 guys. If you're lucky, 4.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a clearly identifiable superstar that this is my team and I'm going to take us wherever we want to go. I don't see that. They've got a bunch of very good players. And so they could, I mean, you don't want any injuries, but yeah, injuries are going to happen. I mean, that's just a fact. I mean, Markkanen is a tin man. I mean, he doesn't, he's a part-time player. He makes more money in millions than he usually does games played. I mean, those are facts. And we can come up with, there's this reason, there's that reason. Sure, there's a bunch of people who want to defend him, and defend him all you want. It's legitimate.
Well, but, I mean, it starts with the Angels. They gave him multiple years and $50 million. So clearly they don't expect him to be the tin man, although his career stats are what they are.
I don't know what they expect. How would you know what to expect of him? You expect what you see at this point, don't you? You expect something different?
Well, I think they do, because I don't think you give them that kind of money unless you expect something different. Don't you think? Or are we at a point where
they expected him to be an Iron Man? When he's never been an Iron Man?
The money in the league has grown so much, you'll give $50 million to somebody who's going to play 55, 60, maybe 65 games.
Well, I mean, look around. Isn't that what the status is?
Yes, and if you do, well, for some teams it is, and if you do it in Philadelphia, you end up routinely not getting the conference final, some years being seeded 6, 7, 8. That's where they are this year. But for the best teams, that's certainly where the Warriors are. I mean, they're paying Steph Curry a ton of money, and, he hasn't been great at staying on the court the last couple of years.
Kawhi Leonard?
Jimmy Butler hasn't. Kawhi Leonard with the Clippers. And, again, we're talking about teams that are seeded 6, 7, 8. So they're not exactly opening the championship window that we've talked about.
Right, but those are veteran guys, and the Oklahoma City guys are younger guys. So their time will come. Judging them, when those guys were not making this kind of money, they were playing a lot of games too. Now that they're making this kind of money, they're not, except for Embiid. Was Kawhi, I have to go back and check, was he injured all the time when he was with San Antonio?
Yes. That's where.
Well, and he's a phenomenal player to go in the Hall of Famer and be injured his whole career. Wow. I didn't realize he was that good.
That's where resting the Hall of Famers and load management really took off, was San Antonio.
With Kawhi Leonard?
It started before he was there. I mean,
I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard, and I'm not talking
Parker.
about San Antonio. I don't care about that.
I can remember Ginobili and Parker not making trips to Utah, but I think they were still 70-game guys.
Oh, yeah, who cares at that point? So I think that the talent on this team next year will be spread around. That's the original point. But I would suspect Markkanen's going to miss his fair share. He always does.
Kawhi's only played 70 games in a season twice.
Thank God for the
both
internet.
In San Antonio, but he had 5 other years he was there where he didn't get to 70 and a couple where he didn't get to 60.
Right, and so they kept giving him the big money, and they expected something different. Like the Jazz expected, you told me Markkanen, they expected him to play. Well, then you just tell me with Kawhi Leonard, he barely plays, only once, and they still gave him the huge money. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, and Toronto hit it right. They got him for a year. And the thing is, he sat games there, but he was healthy for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So there is that.
I mean, it will continue to be that forever and ever.
They won the championship.
That's the new standard.
Play 60 and then be healthy for the playoffs and win the championship. Yeah. Jazz end the season 22-60. How glad are we that it is over? So many of you weighing in. Philip, it's finally done. I see no reason why they don't go 82-0 next season.
Me either.
Hashtag tank no more. He's already building bumper stickers.
Well, the tank's over.
They got to win now.
I mean, we don't have to see these dudes and try to be excited. I mean, the last 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks is a joke. These triple doubles off the bench of a bunch of no names. I mean, that actually by having these guys the other night with these triple doubles, that actually does more harm to the game. It doesn't promote it. These guys aren't NBA big time players, and we're supposed to get excited about that. No, that just shows that these last few weeks was a joke. And I've got Kevin Love standing up and Will Hardy giving thumbs down to the crowd. Could you imagine Jerry Sloan doing that?
No. Nope.
Yeah, check KSL.com late tomorrow morning. It's a joke. They made a joke of it. And the system allows them or basically demands them to make a joke of it. The freaking league, you can't trade for anybody. Free agents, they de-incentivize winning. They don't want teams to be on top for a long time. So they got this salary issue and this cap and this restriction and apron. And the apron, what the crap is that? That's what I put on when I go to the kitchen. And they prevent that from happening. So the only way to build your team is through the draft. And then after 8 teams had a winning percentage below .333, the most ever. And now we're going to change everything after San Antonio and Detroit, especially San Antonio, cashed in repeatedly. Now we're going to change everything. Come on, Adam Silver. You're a little slow to make some changes here, aren't you, buddy?
Let the Spurs have draft pick 1, draft pick 2, and draft pick 4, and then slam the door on everybody else. Actually, the Jazz might slip through the door just in the nick of time.
Yeah, and they fine him. What a joke.
Yep, it was G League guys posting triple-doubles against other G League guys.
They made a mockery of the league.
Yeah.
I wasn't celebrating it. Friday night was like the first time all season I couldn't stand to watch it. It was an absolute embarrassment.
And coaches not subbing guys, playing guys 48 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
Anything to lose.
It wasn't real. And they're piling up those stats made it even worse. It's nothing to celebrate. Good for those individuals, those youngsters. They had their moment in the sun. I'm happy for them. But in terms of the integrity of the league, wow, that took a huge blow. But that's over now, man. Away we go. Yes, I'm glad it's over. We've gone through 4 years. Now it's all about winning. Now it's good times. I don't know to what level, but I expect good times to come. And we'll see. The 26-27 will be like the baseline, and then we go from there, right? Whatever they achieve, and maybe they blow us away and just achieve way more. That'd be awesome. But the way I look at it, it's sort of like this next season is the baseline. Like the Mammoth this season is the baseline, and then we go from there.
Alex says, rinse and repeat next year, I'm sure, and gets 3 thumbs up and laughing emojis.
No.
I can't believe that.
Nope. They got too much talent now. They've
Jet
played by the rules.
Yeah.
And their team has gotten better. To what extent remains to be seen. And that'll be fascinating to watch it be discovered over the next couple years. And then they'll make some changes, obviously, to improve the team this year. Then they'll follow it up. It'll be a continuing pattern. And to what degree? What is their level of competence? I expect next year will be extremely competitive and see where they sit this time next year. I think we'll have an 83rd game. I obviously hope we'll have an 83rd game. And then away we go, man. Can they do it? Yeah, sure. It seems inconceivable if you're a Jazz fan because you don't want to acknowledge that it's going to happen because you've been wanting it to happen so long and it hasn't happened in 30, 40 years except, a blip here and there. Well, I get it. But I'm not that person. I can look at it. I mean, everyone is biased, but whatever objectivity combined with my bias that I have, I see this franchise having an opportunity to be really good.
Chad says this season was necessary and could not have ended sooner. I'm ready to start next season and compete for deep playoff runs.
Yeah,
He doesn't just want game 83, PK.
Right.
He wants 90. Plus.
That's why I scoffed at relief. I'm not relieved that it's over. I'm excited for what's ahead.
Tim says they shouldn't even need a top 8 pick. They should have enough now.
Well, I don't know.
They don't have enough now.
I don't know what's going to happen with Kessler, so I can't really say that.
Yeah, but to your earlier point, do they have a great player? Is this going to put them on the back? No, I don't think they have the All-NBA top 15 player. Not this year, not next year. Maybe one of these young guys will turn into it. Obviously, all eyes are on Ace Bailey, and everybody's hoping A.J. DeBonsa shows up, and may they both play their entire Hall of Fame careers here. Best case scenario.
Were you pronouncing a blessing upon the Jazz?
But next year, if that's what it takes, PK, whatever's necessary.
May they.
May they.
And I'm not going to rule out that they don't have a top 15 player.
Next season?
No, possibly. So with Jaren Jackson, maybe he's just entering his prime. We've seen some good stuff. Now, we haven't watched him day to day. And now going forward, maybe he really takes a huge not just the one incremental, but 2 or 3. It's possible. I mean, Markkanen's got all the skills in the world to be a great player. So, yeah, I can see that. I mean, maybe I have to stretch to see it, but I don't think it's out of the realm. They win 55 games next year, somebody's going to get it.
Well, there's that, and it's also easier to get now because so many guys, assuming they keep that 65-game threshold, a lot of guys who normally would get
Well,
it.
I'm not talking about
disqualified.
some formal designation. I'm talking about what I see with my eyes. I'm not worried about that 65-game nonsense. I don't care about that. I'm talking about the way I see it, because me only matters to me.
Carl was way ahead of his time through my eyes.
Well, I mean, that's the way I'm going to judge it. If somebody plays 64, all of a
doesn't
sudden
get it,
he's not
yeah.
eligible
Yeah.
in my mind as I dope it out, no, I'm not going to account for that.
If the Joker plays 64 and posts a triple-double on his season averages, he's a top 15 player, whether he is or isn't.
Right, exactly. Yes, precisely. Yes.
Right.
And he may get a sprained ankle or something. And the reason why he didn't play the 25 or whatever, 72 to 65 or whatever it is, that's not 25, obviously. But there may be some, 82, not 72, but there may be some legitimate reason, and I'm going to hold it against them. I mean, the league might in their rules. That's fine. They can do whatever they want. But the rest of us aren't going to.
Spencer's more in line with what you're saying. I don't care what anyone says. Next year is when all the rebuilding is over.
Yeah.
Game on.
Yeah.
2026 and 2027.
And we will see that. I have no doubt. And, yeah, I get the frustration with Hatback and Daniel R. Ainge. But what else were they going to do? I mean, now that it's – I kind of view this as BYU going independent. At the time, they had no choice. And I was talking to a BYU fan. I spent some time with him Saturday. And he was telling me, boy, the independence the last few years was so hard. But now he's jacked, right? He's looking at and we're talking about football, obviously, and he's looking at the team and what they've done the last 2 years, and he's got super anticipation. And independence wore on, and it became, we got to get out of it. But when they made the decision, they had no choice but to do what they did back when they did it. I really believe that. It got stale, especially when your rival up the street is playing for Rose Bowls. They played for Rose Bowls. They got in 2. They played for literally win and go another 2 times. But then deep in November, they're playing for it probably another 3 or 4 times, right? And so all the momentum had shifted. It's the same thing. When they did what they did, they really had no choice. And it waned, and it just got so old. But now we're over it. And BYU football has 2 seasons of excellent seasons. The Jazz haven't yet, but I anticipate them having it in 26, 27. Or very good. Good. Maybe bare minimum good. Maybe you want to go very good. Maybe you want to go excellent. We'll have to see.
Darren says, I might have watched 5 games all year. It's so boring. On my free time, I want to be entertained, and the Jazz are not entertaining at all. Don't have much hope for the future as long as Ainge and his son are around. Talk about nepotism.
Sure, you can talk about it all you want, but I don't think that that's going to be an impediment to success.
I get a lot of what he's saying. I get the frustration. I get all that. But I don't have much hope for the future. It does look like they have a bunch of good players. You want to argue that they're short on great players, you can argue that. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, and we'll all sit around and watch and find out. But they have enough good players, there ought to be hope for the future. And not only that, they have good players, and they're going to have some where the ceiling is just so unknown because the players are so young.
Well, I
don't really get that. I don't have much
This
hope
guy's a fan. You did that.
Yep.
You checked out on the Padres, and then you were so reluctant. You told us Juan Soto had a bad year when he had a great season for the Padres because it hurt you, and it's the same
He was ready
process.
to leave the second he got there. Don't start me on Juan Soto.
You can stick to it's not whether he's going to stay or go. They're all going to go. Very few stay. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Tony Gwynn stayed. Everybody else left in the history of the franchise. So that's going to happen. But you were scarred, and so you had defense mechanisms. That's what fans do. So I get that post. Sure, it's easy for me to say because I don't really have any of those teams that I live and die by. It's all fun and games to me. Nothing more, nothing less.
Tim says, as a season ticket holder fan, tanking was the right thing to do, so I get it. As a sponsor who spends a big chunk of change, I hate it. We definitely did not get value this year, but we do play the long haul, but it's very frustrating.
Yeah, I would go past tense, though. Not played. It isn't frustrating. It was frustrating. I would just change that a little bit there. I would suspect Will Hardy today, we're not going to be talking about Oscar DeShiway and Kennedy Chandler or Chandler Kennedy or some of these other dudes. I mean, my gosh, if I have to hear about the Lion King one more time, I'm going to pull my hair out. I mean, we don't have to hear about that stuff anymore. Those guys are end of the bench guys. And maybe Lion King will rise up. Good for him. I hope he does. But it's about the core now. And I suspect that we're going to hear Will Hardy at the top of the hour talk way more about Keontae George than the Lion King or Kennedy Chandler or Chandler Kennedy and some of these other guys that were out there. Who's another guy? Mashib Ding, who had a triple-double the other night. I mean, they had two of them, right? They went for years and years, and now these no-namers get them. They're not going to be talking about it. They may mention them as a group in general, but we're done with that. It's going to be what George needs to do and what Cody Williams needs to do, and we know the names, those guys, and what Ace Bailey needs to do, right? That's the good thing. We don't have to pretend. We don't have to find positives to pump up. We can talk real now.
Steve says, that was a masterpiece of dog bleep. Well done, Steve. Way to call for the drop. You're the man.
Well, yeah, but then it's Hardy wasn't near as critical this year as he was back then.
That was a masterpiece of dog shit.
Right. And now it was when who they lose to, the Pelicans the other night. Oh, fatigue and the schedule caught up. So they played the Pelicans who lost 8 in a row. The schedule caught up to you, and you played guys 48 minutes, and then you tell me about fatigue. And we know what they were trying to do. Mission accomplished. Now we don't have to pretend anymore. We can talk about real winning and losing.
Yeah, the last 20 games, he wasn't even remotely angry with anybody.
Right.
Anything. He just got up and said whatever he had to say in the postgame.
To get it over. It was perfunctory. Yeah. He should have just said, I'm here so I don't get fined.
Yes.
But he doesn't have any stature in the league, so he can't tell us his political feelings, and he can't be sarcastic or any of that stuff because he's won nothing and he's going into his 5th year. Not that it's his fault. So he has to play the game.
Yep. All right, DJ and PK. Rory McIlroy played the game, and now he's playing it at the highest level. We will get to that next. Stay with us, DJ and PK. It's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Sure. Once upon a time, a mom needed a new car.
Was she brave?
She was tired, mostly. But she went to Carvana.com and found a great car at a great price. No secret treasure map required.
Did she have to fight a dragon?
Nope. She bought it 100% online. From her bed, actually.
Was it scary?
Honey, it was as unscary as car buying could be.
Did the car have a sunroof?
It did, actually.
Okay, good story.
Car buying you'll want to tell stories about. Buy your car today on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.
The KSL Sports Zone and Beehive Meals are honoring people that impact youth sports in our communities. Nominate the youth sports volunteer you know for the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week at KSLSports.com/contest and listen every Thursday afternoon to JJ and Alex for the winner. It's the Beehive Meals Hero of the Week. Rory McIlroy becomes the 4th golfer to win consecutive Masters. How impressive is that? Jeff, it was awesome. I think Rory's allergic to 2-shot leads, though. What does it matter? Win by 1, 2, or 3. Just find a way to win. Does anybody remember how many strokes Tiger and Jack won by in all of their, whatever it is, 33 combined majors?
Yeah, I think he won his first Masters by 12.
Sometimes they grind it out. Sometimes they lap the field. Whatever. Didn't it just matter that they won 15 and 18?
I don't know anyone's debating that.
I thought it was really impressive he pulled that off. I mean, we're clearly watching an all-timer here. The 6 majors, the back-to-back Masters, the career slam. I mean, he's got stuff people just dream of pulling off, and he's got 3 of them.
3 what?
3 things that define you as winning back-to-back Masters, very rare. Winning 6 majors, very rare. Winning the career slam, very rare.
Well, making the PGA Tour very rare.
Would be impressive. But the fact he's done all 3 of them, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, the back-to-back is more an oddity than really that big of a deal. So if he won 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 5 and he didn't win back-to-back, it wouldn't
still be impressed.
Yeah. So I'd put that on the bottom of the list. I think that he's established himself as the greatest golfer of his generation, and I believe he's established himself as the greatest golfer since Tiger. In Tiger's heyday. And there were several guys, and it took a little while too, because he got it young, and then there was a dry spell, and now he's got it again. And I mean, he's still young enough because he played young enough, won young enough, and what's he, like 35-ish, somewhere in there, 36? Who's to say that he couldn't get 3, 4, 5 more? Freddie Couples said, man, I don't see him losing. They said that before the tournament, or at least after the first round or something, that I can see him winning the next whatever. He said every one. Well, he's not going to win every one until he dies, obviously. But he's going to have an opportunity to be right there and see how far this can go. Can this take off? We've all been starving the golf world for another player to rival what Tiger did, but the best you can hope for is rival. I don't think you can say, wow, I expect him to be winning 16, 17 majors. And now he has this opportunity with 6. Can he get to 10? Is that possible?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You were talking earlier about him hitting these numbers and these goals, and you're like, the back-to-back, like, all these guys. They watched him. They aren't some, name from a book or a list.
Right, Bobby
grainy
Jones
black and white
or
photo.
something like that,
Yeah,
I want stuff now. I want greatness now, and he's providing it.
So at 10, he's blown past Arnold Palmer, Tom Watson, Ben Hogan, and Gary Player. Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. Can he do it? I don't know if he can do it, but we're gonna watch to see if he can do it. And the one I think it's time we changed up your territorial pick. My grandfather was born in Ireland. I'm taking Rory.
My father-in-law, O'Neill, the O'Neill family. I'm in. I get Rory.
No, that's I got blood,
we got
brother.
An apostrophe.
I got blood. You don't. I'm second generation American here.
DJ and PK. When we come back, Will Hardy to the microphone, the Jazz, the old clean out the lockers interview. Now they're not cleaning out the lockers. They're sitting in a small press room. We will hear from the coach, his analysis of this season, and looking forward to next year. That's coming up, 8 o'clock hour. Stay with us right here on The Zone.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car's gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.